So just listen to this and tell me if you can pick up why it's so similar.
Mm-hmm. That doesn't sound like Blue at all. Why would you say that?
I know, right? It's like literally right off the bat.
Yeah, no, that's they do not hide that at all.
No. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of On a Couch Talking Sports. As always, I'm Robbie. This is Kyle. Kyle, how are you, buddy?
I'm doing great. Yeah, how about you?
Doing well. Enjoying this nice Thursday night. I mean, it's kind of a little rainy, a little chilly
icky
outside, a little icky, but you know what? It is nice and warm in here. And, tonight, Kyle, we've talked about a lot of different things over the past few episodes. We've done a lot of different episodes about a lot of different things. And so what we decided to do tonight is sort of take a little bit of a different path with tonight's episode, because there is something that we have done on the show on a few different occasions. And actually, it was one of our very first episodes, was the first time we did this particular theme of an episode. And it had been a long while since we had done it, and we wanted to bring it back tonight in a very special edition of On a Couch Talking Sports. And that is that tonight we are going to shave Kyle's head. He doesn't know this. We're going to shave his head. I got a razor right here. We're going to... No. Oh, boy. See, now you just...
Anyways, continue.
Well, now you're just giving off, like, Star Wars vibes. So it's just like...
No.
I know exactly. Now I tend to do is just say, Luke, I am your father for the entire episode. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I'll be Palpatine. That's fine. I can do that.
No, but in all seriousness,
Mr. Skywalker, you will die. Okay. Anyway, sorry.
That's okay. That's all right. I set you up. I set you up for it. But no, what I was going to say is actually for tonight's episode, we are going to do a vintage On a Couch Talking Sports game watch reaction. That's right. So Kyle and I just got done watching the first half, more like the second quarter, of the Celtics versus Golden State Warriors game. Yes, the rematch of last year's NBA Finals, actually part two because they met earlier this season at Golden State. It was a very exciting second quarter, and the half ended with the Warriors winning by 1 point, 55-54, heading into halftime. And the half ended. Let's start with this, because what a way to end the half. Even though we're both Celtics fans, what a way to end the half. Steph Curry, arguably one of the best players in the NBA today, hitting a half-court shot at the buzzer to give the Warriors the 1 point lead heading into half. I mean, just let's start right there. Just give me your reaction to that last shot. That was insane. I mean, what can you say about that? Yeah.
There's not really much to say. Like a lot of times in sports, these kind of shots I feel like are just never really made. But the fact that he just was able to just snatch the ball and then just like lob it like the distance that he did, like that was impressive. Like, wow.
Yeah. No, it was. I mean, it's just like he literally like grabbed the ball and there was only like a second left, so he had to like hurry, but he just like did one of these like boom, and it swished. It didn't even like roll around or anything. It like just swished right in. I was just like,
how?
Excuse me. Well, I guess I shouldn't be surprised because, like I said, I mean, he is one of the best 3-point shooters of like the game today. I mean, he's just that good, but at the same time, it's just like, how do you make that? Like, that shot's never made. Like, you see guys throw, like, at the end of a quarter or something, they'll throw up, like, those, like, just wild buzzer beating shots, and, like, they never go in. It's like, I want to go and just, like, holy guacamole. Like, just, I just could not believe it. I mean, I could, but I also couldn't. But, yeah, I mean, the Celtics, so now let's get into the sort of the second quarter as a whole here, Kyle, because it was kind of a back and forth second quarter. Like, the Celtics were leading by a few points, like early on in the second quarter, then the Warriors kind of made a comeback towards the end of the quarter. It was kind of like back and forth, back and forth. So just from what you saw over there, over the quarter that we watched, what were sort of your impressions of how both teams played?
I mean, it seemed like both teams really brought their A game. There was a lot of back and forth. I know for a while, like, when we were watching earlier on in the second quarter, the Celtics were leading for a little while, it looked like. But it was a close game. The Warriors really are a good team, and I mean, the Celtics are a really great team. So it's like, it's one of those games where those are some of my favorite games, because you can tell these two teams are just like equally matched pretty much. So it's always kind of fun to see like what the outcome is. So
yeah, I mean, it is, and this is the type of game one would expect. I mean, between these two teams, like I said, literally, two teams that met in the finals last year, and
that's right,
and all of that good stuff. So I guess, Kyle, sort of the last point that I kind of wanted to bring up is, like, I want you to sort of put yourself, you and I both have experience, actually together, coaching basketball. And so I want, for fun, and again, I mean, we're not professional coaches or anything like that, but for fun, I want you to kind of take yourself inside the mind of the Celtics coach right now. You're in there at halftime, your team's down by a point, you just had that shot to end the half. What kind of things would you be saying to the team, and what kind of adjustments would you be making based on what you saw to try to come out and like play better in the second half and try to get the victory?
Interesting. Well, hopefully I don't burp just like I did now when I have that speech.
I think I did earlier, but that's okay.
But no, actually that's a man. Honestly, I'd probably just kind of mention like what you said about them like both teams going that far and like saying, hey, you know what, you guys got this. The Celtics have a really good record this year, and I'll just say, hey, keep fighting, guys, because they're just because they made that shot doesn't mean like they won the game. Like they still have a whole another half left. So just keep doing your best. And honestly, I wouldn't change a whole lot. Just maybe tighten up the little bit of the rebounds there once in a while. But
Well, it's funny you say that, because that was sort of the same thing I was going to say in terms of any adjustments. Is just the rebounding, because we saw a couple of times in that half the Warriors got second, third chance opportunities, and on at least a couple of occasions that I am thinking of, got points based on those second and third chance opportunities. And so defensive rebounding is key, obviously, if you want to win a game. You definitely don't want to be out rebounded. And so I think the Celtics on the offensive side did a good job of rebounding, because that's how they got a couple of their points, were off like grabbing offensive rebounds and putting it back, especially Rob Williams, the big center down low for the Celtics, doing a good job getting a couple of nice rebounds, and had a nice dunk as well as part of his play there in the first half. But I mean, I would sort of say along the same line, just keep focusing, stick with your game plan, just tighten up the coverage defensively, especially on Curry and Klay Thompson, who are sort of the two top shooters there for Golden State.
Especially them,
And again, just keep playing hard and just finish it off. And we hope, obviously, that the Celtics can finish it off in the next 24 minutes. It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a game that's gonna come right down the wire. So, do you have? I know we're about to wrap up here. This is again a special episode, but any final thoughts on what we just witnessed, or any thoughts about how you think the second half's going to play out, anything like that?
Well, I mean, we'll have to see. I'm curious to see what your guys' reactions are, especially because I'm sure by the time the episode will be online, the game will be over. I'm sure.
Yeah.
So I'm really curious to see kind of where we are now versus where we are going to be.
Where the game ends up ending up, yeah.
So I'm sure they have a really good chance of winning. I think especially if you said that they got that 7 or so win streak.
A 7-game win streak coming into tonight.
Yeah, they're capable. They're more than capable. They seem like they had a really strong start, so I think they can do a strong finish.
Well, I hope that you are right.
I'm not knocking on wood when I say that.
Knock on wood, yeah. We will see. We will see again. By the time you folks are watching this episode, the game will be over, and we'll know if the Celtics won or not. So, remains to be seen. But since this is a special episode, we're not going to worry about the Sue's reviews or Robbie's final thoughts or anything like that. So we're going to close out the episode by saying, if you're watching the game, hope you enjoyed it. If you're not, what were you doing? But anyway, that is going to wrap up then another edition of On a Couch Talking Sports. Want to thank, because I, of course, knowing me, neglected to mention at the beginning, our two sponsors, as always, Wes Woodson and Zion Organizing. Big shout out to you guys, as always. Big shout out to the Sports Blitz and Screen Time with Doug and Kyle as well. As always, definitely go give those shows a watch. And for this show, please like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell. You can find us right here on YouTube. We're also on Facebook. We're on Instagram. We're on Twitter. We're not on TikTok yet. Probably never going to be on TikTok. But anyway, can you imagine Kyle and I trying to make TikToks?
Oh my God.
I could barely make YouTube videos.
Become Emperor Palpatine all over again.
Yeah, I know. Yes. Kyle's going to use the Force to get rid of TikTok.
Force lightning, yes.
Anyway, like I said, that does do it for tonight's episode. So, he's Kyle. I'm Robbie, and thanks for tuning in to On a Couch Talking Sports, and we will catch you next time here from the couch. See you, everybody.
Taking over.